Midday Show.
It is 4 minutes past 11. Good morning. Welcome to the most exciting, the most entertaining, the most informative show on radio. It is the Midday Show with me, Ifunaya, here on Lagos Talks 91.3. And as always, on Tuesdays from 11 a.m., you know you get your exclusive dose of Bibi Naija, especially with the just evicted housemates. And so today, as you know, if you have been watching Bibi Naija, you know that Praise actually got evicted 2 days ago. That was on Sunday, and he's right here in the studio. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm good. I feel good actually.
That's great. So
Yeah.
so what's your overall feeling aside from just feeling good? You know, getting out of the house just 2 days ago. What is that overall feeling?
Excitement.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of excited with my new life, and you know, I can't wait to see what is out there for me and what I'm gonna do. So taking my time. I'm not rushing into anything.
I like that.
But I'm taking my time to, weigh my options and, know what I want to do. Apart from the fact that, I'm a dancer and fitness guy,
Yeah.
I want to venture into other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I would want to take my time and, not rush into anything. So.
Yeah. What would you say is the major difference between being inside of the Bibi Naija house and you finally being out now?
Outside is the real world, because when you're there, that's a world of its own.
Yeah.
So this is actually the real world, and being a viewer, it'll make you see some things that you weren't seeing
Yeah.
on the inside. So I think that's pretty much the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just take a look at maybe some of the things that you might have found out coming outside of the house.
Yeah.
Now that you're outside, I don't know if you saw that Kidd Waya was the one who actually voted you up. Part of the people that did vote you to leave the Bibi Naija house. What are your thoughts about that? What are your overall feelings about him voting you to leave?
Yeah. Apart from the fact that he's always the person who's saying, look, you're going to be here, we're going to play games next week, we're going to do this next week. I wasn't surprised because I think the week prior to that, we clashed a lot.
Yeah.
And, I feel like at this point in the game, you have to be strategic, and you have to, if you want to win, you have to see everybody as a competition.
Which
and
is
not
true, because it's a game.
Yeah, and not a friend. So at this point, I think whatever Kidd did was strategic for him.
Yeah.
And I understand.
So do you think that to him you were a threat?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During his diary room session yesterday, he had spoken a bit about you, saying that he felt like you were bullying Brighto, Laycon, and sometimes you were challenging to the housemates, and he felt like you were just not yourself. What would you say about these allegations? Address them.
I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
That's who I am. Bully? No, I'm not a bully. But, everyone perceives things differently. Even from Bright's conversation to I noticed he said almost the same thing. And being that two of them are close and they have conversations every morning, I see them like they're always together talking. So I feel like it's something that has been discussed between them. But I don't feel I bullied Laycon. I think when it comes to Laycon is my guy. So I feel like there were times where I was pissed at him. And when he comes close to me, I'll be like, I better come off from my side, because I'm pissed, because there were things we would talk about and he would go and do the opposite. And as your guy will be, just be like, say, person just they use him, botting. So there are times where he'll come and be like, please shift from my side, because, it was because I was pissed about the whole thing with Erica and how it was hurting him.
Yeah.
And, he would tell me he's hurt and he's not going to do this again, and he would end up doing that same thing he said. So I think that was basically me and Laycon relationship. It was hot and cold, but I think in general me and Laycon were very close.
You were close. And I'm speaking about Erica because sometimes we've come to realize that with Bibi Naija, some things that you might be experiencing inside of the house, the way you're seeing it is totally different from what we're seeing outside of the house. And we've seen a whole lot when it comes to Erica and Laycon. but with what you experienced firsthand in the house, what would you say about that relationship or lack thereof between Erica and Laycon?
Yeah, I think Erica needs or needed Laycon's brain, because Laycon is very intellectual,
yes,
very smart. So I think a part of her wanted that part, but when it comes to Kidd, he's not intellectual like Laycon. You get so he's like I heard Erica say physically attracted to this person and mentally
attracted. Yes.
So I feel like it says it all. But then at the end of the day, I feel like she wanted the best of both worlds, and it was hurting Laycon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like Laycon had deeper feelings for Erica.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, now just speaking about feelings, after the party on Saturday, it seemed like Lucy was saying that you should come and finish what you started. First of all, what did you start? And why were you sort of avoiding her?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I just, I like to, I don't like to push people away.
Yeah.
I don't like to throw people, just turn down people. So I always find a way to walk around it regardless of, try not to get burned, but walk around it. So, yeah, that's why I told her, go and sleep on your bed, leave me, avoid me, and stuff. Just stay on your own. Yes, it was a party, and it's a party night. People do things in party, but then it doesn't mean anything has to happen afterwards.
Yeah.
I had fun. You get.
Whoa.
I was already feeling low, so that party was like the night to really let off some steam. And I was like,
why were you already feeling low?
Yeah, because the day after the party, it's the memorial of my late brother. It's my late brother's birthday. So I've been down since Friday.
So how have you been managing, all that has been happening ever since you got out of the house? Also thinking about your brother, and even right now doing these media rounds.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day I'm human.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. I'll be fine. I'll be better.
Most
Look, I'm
definitely.
one step at a time. So I'm working on getting better.
I wish you the best on that.
Thank you very much.
Now still on relationships. What was your relationship between you and Katrina, and what really happened? Because today people are talking based off of what they saw or they felt happened underneath the sheet. So what really happened between you and Katrina? What is that relationship?
Yeah, me and Katrina, we cuddled.
Okay.
We cuddled.
Is that what it's called?
It was intense.
Intense cuddling.
We cuddled, and for Katrina, I think we had an understanding that made me comfortable. I felt safe around Katrina because this is someone who I told about my life outside the house.
Yeah.
So I felt like, since she knew about me and I knew about her, I felt safe around her, and I felt like she felt safe around me. Because from the very first night we came into the house, we out of everybody, we bonded, we talked, and we just had an understanding.
Yes.
And I felt like she was somewhat mature, to have, and mature conversations with, and all. So that was what it was.
So what is your relationship now? Because with that type of connection, now that you're out of the house, have you heard from her? Are you going to reach out to her? What's your relationship going to be like?
Yeah, I think I would definitely want to be friends with Katrina.
Yeah.
Outside the house, because she's a very driven person.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you want that kind of relationship with people who are driven. Seeing them do more for themselves would actually push you to do more. So yeah, I definitely would want to be friends with Katrina.
Okay, so where does Watoni come into all of this? So we've spoken about Katrina, we've spoken about Lucy. Watoni, where does she come into this space?
Yeah, so Watoni, I think the Watoni thing was misinterpreted by the viewers, because when you say someone is your spec, you can say, okay, I love a guy who's 6'1" with abs, or I love a guy who's 5'3" and chubby, so that's your spec. So when I said my spec, I was just trying to tell people, like, when I'm trying to interpret, what my spec is, I'm like, I love girls, I love petite girls who have forehead. I love girls who have forehead.
What is this with forehead?
Yeah,
because you're not the first person to have said that.
There are some hairstyles you can't you can't do except you have
Forehead.
forehead. Some
That's
hairstyles you can't
interesting.
achieve without forehead. So that's basically my reason why. That's why I kept saying my spec, but nothing really was deep.
Yes.
And with Tony, she was a cool person. But when I keep saying my spec is because, and most of us in the house were using that word a lot, is because that's the interpretation of the kind of people you like. So that's what that was about.
We saw that you were very vocal about your fiance in the house. By the way, how's your child?
He's fine.
Was he excited to see you?
Yes, he was.
I can only imagine.
I almost lost it.
Oh man.
I almost lost it.
I can only imagine. So anyways, you were very vocal about your fiance in the house. Now people want to know, did you and your fiance have an understanding that you had a pass to do whatever in the house because it's a game, or when you got into the house, did you just maybe throw caution to the wind and you're like, oh, I'm here, and these girls are here, so why not?
No, I think we had a discussion about Big Brother Naija and all, and we had an understanding. But yeah, I'm not gonna say everything I did in the house. Doing what I did, and after doing it, I knew that at the end of the day, I knew I was gonna get backlash. I knew I had. Ozo and Nengi, I really don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
I don't know, because I always say Ozo is still wooing Nengi, but
he's still wooing.
I feel like.
Do you think that wooing will amount to anything?
I have no idea. And Nengi has said, look, nothing is going to happen, but I don't know what's going to happen because there's still 5 weeks. And who else? Kidd and Erica. I think it's. I don't know if anything really, really deep is going on between them, so I can't say.
You can't really say.
I can't say. I know that they show their affection publicly and everything, but I don't know how deep.
So you think it's part of the game?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a strategy, but I feel like Kidd likes Erica.
Yes.
And Erica likes Kidd very well, so,
Okay, now speaking about games, let's talk about the Betway Arena games.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing in the Betway Arena games? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say that you did?
My favorite thing was winning it twice.
Okay.
And my favorite thing also about I'll rate myself an 8.
Okay.
Because we had 5 and I won 2.
Okay.
And the other
That's
two,
pretty good.
the other 2 I set records for, but it was broken by either Prince or Ozo.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I did good.
Yeah, and I'm still speaking on Betway. They're doing something predict and win. So who would you think would win this year's BB Naija?
2 people.
Okay.
I have 2 people, but it's like this.
Okay.
And I have my reasons. Laycon.
Okay.
And Laycon is because Laycon is underrated in the house.
Okay.
But he's a shark in that house.
Yes.
Then Prince, because he has presence and people like him.
Yes.
But my only fear for Prince is I feel like if he gets to, if what happens to me happens to him, he'll leave. Because I feel like if Prince ever gets in the bottom 4,
yes,
they'll kick him out.
They'll kick him out.
Yeah.
So what you're saying now, is this based off of the reception you've seen outside of the house? Because you said he's underrated and he's a shark. I'm talking about Laycon.
Yeah.
So is this because you've come out to see how people love Laycon, or this was all inside of the house?
I spoke to him in the house. I said, look, for 5 weeks, you've not been nominated.
Yes.
You've not been in the bottom 4. That says a lot. People who actually we feel might be liked. Neo got nominated at some point. I got nominated twice. Laycon V got nominated. Tricky T, that's funny, got nominated. You know, so you haven't. So I told him, look, bro, whatever you're doing is working for you, so keep doing it. And that's what I keep telling him.
Okay.
And meeting Laycon in the house, I knew Laycon was special. I knew Laycon was smart. From my first conversation with him, when
smart.
The very first time he opened his mouth to rap, he was intelligent, and I said, this boy. And I said, this boy.
Yeah. All right. So before you leave, I'm going to be playing a very quick game with you. It's called This or That. But even before that, I'd like to tell everyone that is listening, remember Betway is doing something exciting, predict and win. So you can predict who you think is going to win this year's BB Naija, and you could win something as well. So ensure that you are part of that. Get all the information that is necessary and predict and win. All right. Let's get into This or That. Now I'm going to be giving you two options. So you have to pick it, and please pick it quickly. So sharp. Okay? So maybe you pick which is preferable to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So outside the house with your family or inside the BB Naija house?
Outside the house with my family.
Katrina or Watoni?
Katrina.
Clothed or naked?
Clothed.
Money or power?
Money.
Morning or night?
Night.
You're a night person.
Yeah.
Boxers or briefs?
Briefs.
All right, fantastic. What should we be looking forward to? What are we expecting from Praise in the nearest future?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing what I love doing, which is dancing a lot. I'm a professional dancer.
Yeah.
I'm certified. So I tend to do more with it, and also fitness. I'm a fitness lover. I'm also certified. So I'm gonna do a lot with it, and I also want to go into modeling. I've never tried it, but I want to explore that part of myself.
Have people been reaching out to you like, why now? Why do you want to explore that?
Yeah, because before Big Brother, I've had but I've always been like, but and also I don't know, maybe at some point I don't know if I would want to go into acting.
Yeah.
It's also something I would want to also explore.
All right, fantastic. We wish you the absolute best. Thanks for entertaining us for the few weeks that you were in the house. And yes, we're expecting all these and many more that you have said.